Hi, I'm Matt from Tubby Tarot. Welcome to 10 Talk Tuesday. I'm doing today's video in my lounge and just trying to shake things up a little bit, make it a little bit different. Today I want to talk to you about majors only readings. Okay, what is that? What is a majors only reading? I'll tell you right after this. Hi and welcome back. Okay, majors only readings. When you get a deck of tarot cards, you have two different sections. The first section is the 22 major arcana cards, and then the next section are the 4 suits of 14 cards each. Okay. Now, the major arcana cards, as we know, are the cards that deal with really, really big things, the big issues in life, the archetypal things that can be recognized by everybody. Okay, the father figure, the mother figure, the devil figure, the death figure, the giant change in life as represented by the tower, that sort of thing, the big issues. Whereas the smaller issues in life, the day-to-day, nitty-gritty, hour-by-hour, little bits and pieces, those things are represented by the minor arcana, which are the 4 different suits. Some say that the court cards, the page, the knight, the Queen and the King, are a completely separate entity as well, so that a deck can be broken up into 3 sections. I like to kind of keep the court cards with the suit cards, okay, with the minor arcana. So if you look at the history of tarot, now we don't know huge amounts about the history of tarot. We don't even really know where tarot originated. They say it was in Italy in the 1500s. Some people say it was in Egypt, which I think has been proved wrong. It's a myth. Okay, but there's such a darkness, such a shadow that falls over the history of tarot. But one thing we do know is that tarot started out as a game, and it started out with the suit cards. Okay, just like you and I would play bicycle with bicycle cards. You play poker, or in my case, a lot of the time, strip poker. No, and then eventually, somewhere along the line, the major arcana was added to this pack of playing cards. This is a theory that has been put forward. Now, as I said to you, the major arcana, I think, was used for many, many, many years as the divination deck. Okay, it was only the 22 cards of the major arcana that we used for divination, and the other cards were used as playing cards. And over the years, the two decks, as it were, have merged, have melded, and we now have the 78 card deck that we know and love. We know that the major arcana was used in the past as the divination cards. Nowadays, a lot of people do readings with the full deck. It is probably the most common way of doing readings. There are, however, people out there, tarot readers, who only use the major arcana to do readings with. And then they would use the minor arcana. They would draw 1 or 2 cards out of the minor arcana as clarification cards, just to clarify the major aspects. Because let's face it, we are not interested in what we're going to have for breakfast tomorrow. That I wouldn't go to the tarot to find that out. What I want to know is what is going to happen to me as far as my career goes this week. Are there any huge big eruptions that are going to happen? What is my love life going to be like this week? Okay, is my partner going to cheat on me? Is my dog going to get sick? Big issues, okay, issues that mean a lot to me. Not the minor plebeian things like, oh my gosh, you know, am I going to get a flat tire? Okay, that we can deal with. We all know how to change a tire. If you don't, you better go learn. But we all know about that sort of thing. I personally am not interested in, like, what am I going to have for breakfast today? Or am I going to be, like, you know, having a healthy smoothie for lunch? What I'm interested in is my week ahead, my month ahead, my year ahead, okay? And that is where the major arcana comes in. That is what the major arcana deals with, big issues, important issues, okay? So having a reading in the major arcana is far more, for me as a reader, it's very, very focused. It's focused on the bigger issues in life. Now, I do read many decks combined, major and minor. I, however, do also read a lot of decks separate. I would use only the major arcana and then pull a clarifying card for the minors. Now, you do get major only decks, okay? I've just pulled one of them out to show you. I don't know if you can see. This is the Tarot 3D. It's why I pulled it out. I want to try and get this really close. Let's see. I don't know if there's going to be too much of a glare for you to see. But if you have a... I think there's too much of a glare. But if you have a look, you can kind of see it's all in 3D. Each of these cards. Now, this is a majors only deck. There are no minor cards in here. I think it's because the cards are so expensive and so difficult to produce that they haven't come out with a full deck. But it's really a novelty deck. You can read with this, but it doesn't work very well as far visually. But you can read with this, but it is a majors only deck. It's a novelty deck, but you can do it. There are many decks where you only get the majors that are printed. You also get situations where they have printed only the majors from certain other decks. So you could perhaps, let's use an example, the Tarot of Klimt, okay, the Golden Tarot of Klimt. There is, I believe, a minors and majors combined 78 card deck, and then you can also buy the mini deck, and then there is also a majors only deck. So a lot of publishers do that. They would present you with a choice. Okay, and if you are a reader that only reads with majors, it's actually quite nice to really not spend 700 Rand or 50 pounds or $60 on a full deck where you're only going to use the majors. It's nice to be able to spend, say, $20 on a majors only deck, or 150 Rand or 200 Rand, South African Rand, on a majors only deck if you are only using these cards. I generally use only the majors from my pip decks. I've got a few decks that I've bought that I've really loved the major cards from the deck. I just found them, where I found the majors absolutely exquisite. And so I've bought the deck knowing it's a pip deck. I don't really like pip decks. I need as much artistic stimulation. I have spoken about this before, about feeling cheated if I don't get like 78 really well drawn cards, blah blah. But there are certain pip decks where I really like the majors so much that I've gone out and I've actually bought the whole deck. Now those are decks where I will only use the majors in a reading. Okay, for me, I must be honest, a reading doesn't have to be 78 cards. I can get a reading, a very clear and accurate reading with just the majors. There are people out there who are going to disagree with me and they're going to say yes, but, and I fully respect that. I fully respect that, but I personally, when I do readings, I find that I don't need the minors. I would use the minors, as I said to you, as confirmation cards or cards that I would draw out just to clarify certain issues. Okay, so yes, there are people out there who are reading with only majors, and it is fine. If you go to a tarot reader for a reading and they only whip out their majors and they leave their minors in the box, don't start thinking to yourself, oh my God, I'm only getting half a reading. No, that's not true. Your major cards are what spells out the major issues in your life. That's why they're called the majors. And then the minor cards can be used for clarification. It works. It's been proven to work. If you trace the history of this back, I'm sure you will find that this is how it actually started. There weren't 78 cards produced and then that was used for divination. That much I do know. But it would be interesting if you do know anything more about this and you could enlighten myself and the other viewers, please leave a comment down below. And while you're down there, go and press all the buttons. Give me hugs, give me loves. Subscribe, share my channel. Please tell as many people as you can. If we make this channel grow, come on guys, this channel has grown so much since I got that amazing shout out from the Hermit's Cave. Mwah. Simon, I love you, man. So please, if you can spread the word, this channel, the more we grow, the more interesting stuff I'm going to be able to post. So get down there, leave your comments, tell me a bit about your experiences with just the majors. You know who I am. I'm Matt from Tubby Tarot saying, I'll see you on the flip side.